Like, at the least, we should be throwing Haunt.
Heaven, sorry, I'm going behind.
Yeah?
He is.
Like, if we throw our Haunt way over here against this wall, the guy's going to have to flick his crosshair way over. And then you guys can double swing. You could even use a dog as well at that point. But you see how you don't use your util when there's an obvious fight. You like to just fight them. That can be the right thing to do in certain contexts, but not as Fade. Fade's utility is really powerful at, I'm gonna finish that sentence by giving you like a graph. So on the x-axis, we have flexibility. And then on the y-axis, we have optimal power, which is when like every star aligns for our ability. And we'll just call it OP. So when we take an agent like Raise, actually let's take an ability, let's take Omen. So Omen Ultimate is very unflexible. People will have this forever, or Sage Res. But these abilities have very high optimal power, where when like the Omen Ultimate is good, it's really good. When Sage Res is good, it's really good. Okay, does that make sense? You with me so far? Now we're gonna take Silver Recon, and we're gonna take Fade Eye, because these abilities are like the same, sort of. But Silver Recon is way less flexible than Fade Eye, and this is why a lot of people choose to play Fade. So let's just put them on the flexibility curve right now. Okay, so we're ignoring the y-axis for now. So Silver Recon is less flexible than Fade Eye, because Fade Eye is really easy to just wing. People wing this ability all over the place because it's got such an easy trajectory. You can make it fall at any time. It's a lot easier to just hit a Fade Eye on top of a roof that'll reveal a bunch of people than a Silver Recon that will. However, at optimal power, Silver Recon can travel much further, so you can support many more scenarios, and it can like land in these very tricky spots because it's just so small. So Silver Recon has higher optimal power than Fade Eye. Bam. So this trade-off here of more flexibility generally means that you should be using this ability more often. The more flexible an ability is, the less often you should be ending around with it up. Does that make sense? Like, let's take the most flexible ability in the game. Like, honestly, pre-nerf Jet Dash would be a good example. It would just get used every single round, like no matter what. Fade Lotus? Oh, dude. You know, I literally wrote down in my notebook last night. Wait, I'm going to go grab my notebook because you're giving me an excuse now to do something that I wrote down last night. One sec. There were 2 new Fade Eye lineups on this map that we saw yesterday. I wanted to find them because they both looked insane. But you guys know the defensive eye where you may stand here and jump throw and it lands up on like this vine or something? I think it's here. Like everyone knows this one. Well, so it turns out that there's one that lands like in a corner deep over here. It's way harder to break and it reveals like in the lobby. It looked really good. And they can't stand back here in lobby and break it like this eye. They have to come out to break it. So it looked really good. So this is one of the eyes, and you can also run throw it from here through the little ceiling. But then the other one, you guys remember when I spent like an hour finding a jump throw lineup for the eye that lands up here so I could Odin spam? Well, in the series yesterday, we saw somebody with a lineup where they were just standing. They aimed straight at the tree. Like it looked like you just hit it. And the eye just glitched through and landed perfectly right here with no jump. I don't know if you saw that, but I saw that. And I went, what? That's what I said. There, I found it. Look. Okay, so here we have, I believe it's Sasi. No, this is Lakia. Look at this. We're just aiming at a tree. The round starts, and look, it's just a left click. Boom. No movement. And it's just... How? So this is one. Somebody figure out how to throw that. You're welcome. Round 4, the start of it. And then we need sentinels to be on defense because there's one that Sasi is throwing. Oh, he's already thrown it. You see where the eye's landing? Up here? That is Sasi's eye, which he's thrown from B site. You're going to have to figure this one out because unfortunately it looks like the live broadcast doesn't show you as much as we saw in person. But I can tell you that he's lining up against this back wall. He's walking left until he's like pretty far on this ledge. Okay? But against the back wall. And then it's a run throw. And it's pretty tight. I watched him miss it. So he missed the eye once. But that's this eye. It lands here and it can't be broken until they walk out. It looks really oppressive. So those are the two eyes. Okay, Dune, we're playing hella recon. What are we doing down here in the trenches?
Turret out. I'll find you.
They're pushing out B. They're pushing out B. Let's stand and fight. Fight with KJ.
Dropping spike.
I dropped back in Matthew.
Enemy spotted C. Reloading.
I have the spike.
Alright, it's like fast. They're falling.
Shadows traveling.
Okay, I'm pre-pausing to give you pre-props or pre-cringe. If you plant for mound here, you're a beast because you have CT control. If you plant safe here, you're cringe and insecure and bad. Beast!
Yeah, CT. One CT and the water.
Okay, you need to tell Killjoy from the water now.
Ugh.
They're flanked?
I have.
Enemy spotted C. Reloading.
I have the spike.
Alright, it's like fast. They're falling.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, they broke an alarm bot. Our Killjoy didn't say anything. Killjoy diff. Killjoy diff. I just presumed Killjoy picked it up. This you're supposed to shoot the moment the round starts, and you need to use your ping.
Need a drop.
To fight them off. We should win this fight. We have good advantage.
Oh, you just like forgot
Need a
about
drop.
it for a bit. Yeah. So without a ping, you're never going to shoot the exact right spot. You need to specifically shoot this corner where the barrier is. So the barrier is here, and you just ping like this little corner. You need to shoot right there.
Yo, careful. They can push out B again.
Placing sentry. One down. Where are you? Placing swamp grenade. Swamp grenade out.
Reloading.
One side. Flank.
Flank.
Logging side.
Bring them down.
You guys have sight?
Cover going.
Spike planted. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Weapon here.
Nice.
Okay. Good clutch. But I don't like the round. There's a lot of little things that I don't like that make this round really awkward for us. So I just could put them out one at a time, even though we already talked about them. No ping here, and we wait 3 seconds. That's bad.
They can push out B again.
Here, you just go and check flank
Yo, careful. They can push out
while your team is pushing. You see your Jet dashed, your Reyna's flashing. This is where we need to dog or eye for them, like right now. And you're checking flank because, yeah, I mean, you died to flank last round. But you can't do this.
again.
Placing sentry.
Okay?
One down.
So there, the engagements happen. We're not ready. Here you eye, and I don't know why. What are we going to do with this eye? Are we scaling? Are we opening the door? No.
Where are you? Placing swamp grenade.
Additionally, you missed the eye. It just lands on the ground. So they can easily break it.
Out.
Okay.
Reloading.
One side.
Now, we don't tell Omen to open door, which we should because we're going to dog. Then we don't dog.
Flank.
Now there's flank, and I love this, that you just walk into tree and ignore them. But then you turn around to fight them for no reason. We don't have to give them this. Our Omen's fighting sight, we should dog them out. Okay? Finally, we use dog. I like this. This is
Side.
good.
Bring them down.
You guys have sight?
Cover going.
Okay, take space, plant bomb.
Spike planted.
Now our Omen's holding an angle, which we can't even trade, so you need to tell Omen to take some steps to the left. You can only trade him if they peek from stairs, but we know that they're flanked. So you either need to dog right now for him, or tell him to walk left, because you can't trade him. And I think you realize that because you like pull out your C's, but this is no good.
Last player.
Like now the Reyna can
Player
just smash or
standing.
something. We just
One
get lucky.
enemy.
Okay, and now
Team
finally
remaining.
the last 1v1. You spot him heaven. Good. And now I want you to figure out how we can fight with our dog. Like I probably would have just fallen back tree mostly because we have an Ares, which is really good at holding. We have over 55 health, which means he can't like body shot us with his sheriff. He has to headshot us. So I would just go into tree and hold. And off tap, look what you have. You have eye and you have dog. You have like a huge advantage. So I just listed off like a billion mistakes. Yeah. But there's actually a theme here. And the theme is that you don't focus on fighting with your utility. I'm going to rewind and show you. Fight, no utility, but this one's fine.
Yo, careful, they can push out B again.
You go to the whole flank, no utility. Here we throw utility, but that we can't fight with.
Where are they? Placing swamp grenade. Swamp grenade out.
Reloading.
Here we fight for a bunch of space with no utility.
Flank, flank.
Here we go to fight with no utility.
Smoking sight.
Bring them down.
You guys have sight?
This dog we probably would have fought with, so that one's good.
Cover going.
And then even this is like I'm shocked that we get to play with this. But like when we do get to fight with utility, it's broken. But I don't think you're thinking about trying to fight with your util. Let's watch next round.
Adios.
Good kill. Let's explode.
Weapon here.
That's my kill.
Swamp grenade.
That's his default.
There.
One heavy.
Cypher.
Spike planted.
Cypher heaven.
One enemy remaining.
One A-link.
Cypher is yeah. No, he's in heaven. Sorry, I'm going behind him. He has.
Thank you for proving my point, Dune. And we're going to pull up a Ztol VOD real quick, and we're just going to do a quick count. Ztol Fade Lotus, because I'm going to show you. All right, we used our eye this round. That's one. We used our eye this round. That's two. We're going to count how many rounds he has a green eye. Oh, not this one. That's three. Honestly, it's defense, so he's going to default one. So let's go attack, because I think you'd agree he's probably going to go 12 for 12 on defense. Oh, we used it. Oh, here we go. We haven't used it yet. And we used it. Oh, we used it.
Yeah, this lethal guy doesn't listen.
Oh, we're using it. Okay. Unlike Sova Dart, which can be frequently held for like optimal scenarios, anytime you can see any value from this ability, I want you just throwing it, because that's the type of ability Fade Eye is. So here we know there's an enemy. Like contextually, let's rewind a bit.
One enemy remaining.
One A-link.
There's Gecko.
Cypher is yeah.
He's getting pushed back.
I'm going behind him. He has.
So now you know that the eye is useful here, but in my head, you're hesitant to use it because maybe it's not optimal. Maybe you're in a bit of a Sova headspace, and we have to break that thought process, because Fade needs to use her abilities much more liberally.
So actually, which one's around this corner?
Blocking sight.
Watch flank.
Watching default.
Yeah, so I probably would have just popped ult. You kill this guy, you just go ult upper or A link, and then you plant. You already have ult. Why are we
Flank.
planting?
Where are you?
Okay, good. You just hucked your haunt. But like, why aren't we playing with it? Like, throw it through this hole up here, dog into the smoke, call somebody over with you. We don't want to give them
Link
everything.
to a
Or help Reyna push upper. Like, take
Here.
any space with all of this util you have. It's so good for taking space. And instead we dry fight with both dogs and C's up again. And ult. And we actually lose this round because we didn't take any space in the post plant. I'm going to say it again. We lost this round because we didn't take space. You might be going, oh, I got 2 kills. Not my fault. This shit is your fault by a mile. We need to take some space in the post plant. We can't just sit on site. Not on this map.
I'll plunk for drop. Eyes down. One heaven.
Last player
Spike
standing.
planted.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, so what Sassy would do here, dude, and Sassy's probably like one of the best fades in the world. After this kill, he knives out and bunny hops around this corner in front of you. Does it make sense as to why he would do that? Because I want you to tell me what he'd do next. I've given you the first step, and now I want you to tell me the next step. He plays dogs off tap. I don't think he'd play dogs off tap, I think you would immediately use one of the dogs. Because if you go to wait for tap, the Reyna can cut noise and she can actually just push you before tapping because your location's known. But you already know Reyna's location right now. So I don't think he'd give her time to reset the position. The bomb has just been planted. So I think he would airstrafe around this corner and immediately use one dog because he's stalling. One, because the bomb is ticking, but two, because look at your haunt. Your haunt is your strongest ability because if it happens to reveal them, that's OP as shit. You get wall hacks. Because you're not thinking about how can I fight with my utility,
Remaining.
you're immediately looking for the fight head on. Let's ignore this. I don't know why we're going to spam, but do you see how your thought process, because you're not thinking about how you can fight with your util, you don't see jump airstrafe her on the corner. That's how important fighting with your util is. It's so important that Sassy wouldn't even take this fight without util. Those two were on
Mark 1. Cutting their vision.
I want you to watch this back. So you threw this haunt with no intention,
I'll throw the id.
I'll find you. Placing knock.
but it happens to reveal
Mark
one.
1.
And bam, that jet dash off the tag is exactly what we've been missing from all of our other eyes. This is lit.
Cutting their vision.
And now the chamber gets forced to TP away. So this is fighting with the util. Lit.
Watch flank. Might have heard one flank.
We have a lamp off flank.
Enemy defender spawn.
We have a lamp
Am I
off
crazy or did you just die to heaven? I don't think I'm crazy.
Enemy defender spawn.
Flank. Flanking for main.
Spike planted.
This one being
Cover going out.
Okay. How do we fight with our
Shadows
util?
traveling.
So while this angle's really good for most agents, I think it's a bit awkward for Fade because you can't dog. I probably would have gone up the rope
Ow.
and have Reyna follow the dog.
I have
Okay, you
blind.
get a freebie.
Play for heaven.
Oh, we missed our freebie.
They open breakable. Also, we've already made now. Just be loud.
Enemy spotted B. Mare, take them!
Breakable.
Placing them down. Bomb grenade out.
Defaulting. Plugging default.
Cutting their vision. Spike planted.
No more men.
Catch them.
Last player standing.
Yeah, so what you're missing, dude, this is really good. I like the ult a lot.
Breakable.
I like the dog. What you're missing is telling your team to push A-Link. Does that make sense? Because your dog is going A-Link, that means that the A-Link player is deaf. They can't hear anything because it means they got tagged by your ult. Additionally, these dogs are a problem. The enemy team has to like shoot them, which is a great opportunity for your teammates to get some frags. So I'd throw these dogs. I love that. They're going A-Link, but you need to tell your teammates, push A-Link, push A-Link. You come out here and what do? You eye right here through this hole. And now your jet, who's currently upper, would instead be in this smoke, following the dog. I would land, would tag, she'd kill whatever, it doesn't matter. But you see how like right now your jet doesn't know what to do because she's bad, but also because there's no good communication. If we just told our team, hey, A-Link is weak, I'm dogging A-Link, and you just go fight A-Link, go, and then you throw your eye, you throw your dogs, it would be way better. Because like the dogs are really good, I like it. But we could just also huck our eye and maybe even our C's towards A-Link and send our jet there, and we could just win the whole round. Maybe we'd even push through and go plant A.
They're reloading on site. Can we fall off?
I'll find you.
Hey, you just fought with Yuto.
I'll find you.
You're a beast!
Night, night.
115 Gecko.
I have the spike.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
That makes
Okay, wait. Nope. You just did. I'm going to call this a tensism, and I apologize to Tens. But, I mean, just watch Sem versus PRX today. There's a reason why Tens doesn't win clutches, and it's because of exactly this. Tens is so good in non-clutches because of how willing he is to play quickly. But in the clutch, you have to slow the down. You killed this chamber for free.
30 seconds left. One
And now you know where Gecko is, okay? And in the 2v1, getting to fight Gecko 50-50 would be fabulous. But now you have 2 dogs. We gotta chill a little bit.
Enemy remaining.
That makes 3.
Even if it's just for 2 seconds. Like, you got time. Look at this. Well, I mean, if you're running C, less time, but you still have time.
Spike planted.
Okay, how do you fight with your util? Let's see it. You're not gonna. Dude, like, if you just jump spot and throw your haunt, then he has to get off the bomb to shoot it. Because if he doesn't, he gets tagged and you have wall hacks. So it's a free round. And notice that if he had to get off to shoot your haunt, then he wouldn't have had enough time to fight you. But let's ignore all of that, because you should just be fighting with your utility. And then conveniently you would have won as a result. You don't have to actually think about how much time is left, because you should never opt for a try duel in a 1v1 when you already have haunt online. Dude, what are we doing? You have 2 assists on Fade. Okay, and now... Oh, you're just gonna reswitch. Okay, and now... That's fine. I mean, at least... Okay, and you fight with it, great. But, like, dude, there's a hole up and to the right of you right now, which you can throw your eye into, which is about 500 times better. But hey, you threw an eye and you fought with it. Oh, thank you. Oh, now you're just rubbing salt in my wounds, dude. You hecking... You cut my arms with that eye, and then you poured salt into the bleeding open wounds. You mean you knew about the hole and you knew how to use it? You piece.
Second breakable. There's 2 on B.
Bring them down.
Oh, good dog. Yes.
Found one.
Thank you. See? Flexible utility, which helps you fight people. Thank you.
Close your eyes.
That's like one of the first dogs I've seen you throw it all
I
game,
will
and it
see.
just got you a free kill.
Last player standing.
That dog, this idiot.
1 enemy remaining.
That makes 3. I'll find you.
Okay. You gotta go, boss.
Bring them down.
You lost.
Come on.
Like, what are you doing? The thing's
Come
gonna blow
on,
up.
please.
Yeah.
My bad.
Bro wasn't even on site. Okay, so I was talking to Pemflash about this in the audience yesterday. And I really hope you pay attention to this during the games today if you can watch them. Everyone here right now. Watch how often pros die to angles they're not looking at. It happens all the time. Do you know why? Because Valorant is a gambling game disguised as a tactical shooter. Players like Dune, that doesn't happen to you much because you don't take any risk. And look at what that gets you.
I'll find you.
It gets you around where the bomb has...
Bring them down.
Right now there's 10 seconds left on the bomb, which means you have to get onto that bomb in the next 3 seconds and stick, which is terrible for you. You've already lost. Good players leave holes. It's the hardest pill in this game to swallow. If you want to be truly good at this game, you have to leave holes. And if your opponent is wall hacking, or if they're just fucking lucky, you're gonna lose. That's fine. It's a gambling game. If you don't believe me, watch the game today or go watch any pro series. In fact, I'm just going to pull up. Pick a map, Dune. Map 1, 2, or 3.
We don't know what they've got on the defense. We'll have to wait and see. Second, though, already looking to take that initial space. Again, the utility from the initiators is sublime. Sets him up wonderfully. That shock dart has done so much damage. Zekan's almost dead as well. don't think he's got anything else to throw at them, but they are slowly making their move forward.
Here comes a recon, just came back online from Lackey. It was used at the start of the round. Now
1. See how Zekin just pushed this wall and exposed himself to 17 angles? He gambled. It took 30 seconds for me to find a pro player getting shot at an angle they're not looking at because the situation was not in their favor. So he took risk. Right here, the situation is not in your favor. You're in post plant, the bomb's ticking. Pen flash, I'll get you in a sec. I'm making a point. So the bomb is ticking, the situation's not in your favor, and you didn't take any risk, and so we lose. Okay? That's how the game works. I got you, dude. This is the easiest notes of all time. And by easiest notes of all time, I mean you'll be able to VOD review yourself and tell if you completed them. I don't mean easy to do. These are the best types of notes for people who are like good at math and bad at creative writing. And they're bad at creative writing because they have no idea what grade they'll get on the paper because they can't check their work. Focus, points, general. You don't fight with your utility, or you don't think about the game the correct way. Let me reword this. You need to think, how can I use my utility to gain advantages in fights and help my team take space? Minimum 50% of engagements we find next VOD must involve our utility unless you have no abilities. Okay? So if you have abilities up and you get into an engagement that doesn't involve one of them, then that's -1 point. If you have abilities up and you get into an engagement that does involve one, then that's +1 point. And I need your total to be at least 0 in your next VOD. And if you have no abilities up, then I don't care. You got me? Anytime you use utility that's not explicitly for your own selfish purposes, tell your teammates about it minimum 1 full second before you throw it, and ideally tell them how to play off of it. So when you're eyeing Mound there and you have a Reyna who's already playing like over here on site, it might make sense to tell them to come over here so that they can flash as your eye lands and kill like 700 million people. You feel? Hey, Woohoojin here. Did you know that I stream every weekday doing VOD reviews and playing ranked? If you enjoy the videos, the best way to support me is to show up live. If this video was just uploaded, it's very likely that I'm streaming right now. All of my coaching is free, but that means I need to make money in other ways. Please consider supporting me with a Discord subscription if you can afford to do so. I run many live events for my tier 3 subscribers as a thank you for letting me pursue my passion every day. At 2,000 subscribers, I'll be booking a flight out to EU and to APAC to play in-houses on your servers. Thank you for supporting me.